with another fun-filled video for you. I got a brand new setup here. Hopefully this looks a little bit better. Anyhow, today I want to kind of go over my brand new custom from the Blade Gallery. This is the Thorburn, Andre Van Heerdan A10 A squared flipper, front flipper. And I just wanted to give you guys a really good look at this, and then we'll do some size comparisons, and I'll talk about the knife in general. This is my second A10 South African knife, so I wanted to give you guys a good quick look at this guy. As you can see, it's got like these, it's got blue marble carbon fiber handles, and we have zirconium bolsters. The pivot ring on both sides is a superconductor, so that's kind of cool. Zirconium pocket clip as well, runs on ceramic ball bearings. This is a very, very sweet, nice gentleman folder, and it's also a front flipper. As you can see, so for those of you guys that are not into front flippers, this is probably, going to be a challenging knife for you guys to open, but if you're a knife fanatic like me, it's not really a problem. Like I said, this is my second A10 custom. I'm going to bring out the second one so you guys can take a look at that one. This is a one-of-a-kind handmade knife. I'm going to give you the specs on it. And you can actually see it yourself right here. So this is the A squared knife called the A10. The blade length is 3.4 inches. Cutting length is 3.1. Total handle length is 7.80. 0.81 for the blade height. Blade thickness is 0.12. Blade thickness is midpoint 10. 0.10 inches, and the blade thickness is 0.05. The weight of the knife is 3.20. And the blade steel is M390. So, get a pretty good look at this bad boy here. The blue carbon fiber on this is just stunning on it. We have a carbon fiber back spacer, which is really nice. Again, the superconductor pivot ring. Superconductor is really expensive. It just looks stunning on the knife. The color combination, the zirconium, I just absolutely love it. The drop point blade looks fantastic. As you guys can see, the blade finish is hand rubbed. I think it just looks great. I think hand rub might be my favorite all-time finish on a knife. Yeah, this thing is real smooth. You can open it a couple of ways. Basically, you could take the top of the knife like this with your thumb and slightly put a little pressure on it, and then the blade will pop open. Or if you like, you can also sort of flip it here by putting your thumb right on the edge of it and then flip it up. So, like I said, I have two of these. My second one, right here. I don't always have stuff available, but here's the second one right here. And this one is in all carbon fiber snake wood. Is what it's called. And if you take a look at both knives, they're completely two different configurations. That's one of the great things about custom knives. You can get the same exact model in a completely different configuration. We have a milled pocket clip here, and we got a zirconium pocket here. Both of these pivots are zirconium. However, the pivot ring on here is zirconium, whereas over here it's a superconductor. We've got bolsters here, whereas on the second one, it's all one piece of snakewood carbon fiber. Just really well done on both. So let's go ahead and do some size comparisons so you guys can get an idea what the size of this thing looks like compared to other knives. I chose knives to compare this knife to with knives that everybody's familiar with. So let's go ahead and start with the paramilitary. So as you guys can see, the paramilitary is roughly the same exact size as the A10. Let's put it up against the ZT0562. There it is up against the ZT0562. Fairly large size knife. So this is 3.4, that's 3.5. How about the Benchmade Osborne? You guys know that one. So I chose those three knives because everybody's got those knives. You know, everybody has either the 00562, or they've got the paramilitary, or they have this knife, the Osborne. I thought it would be pretty helpful to have it, you know, have it done, to, you know, use those knives to size comparison. And then to end it, I kind of like to try some other size knives that we've got here. Here's another one you guys know. This is the Spyderco Sage. So there it is up against the Sage. And then how about the ZT Button Lock? You guys know that one. So there's some medium-sized stuff. How about a couple of smaller knives? Both of these you may know. This one is the Micro Jimbo. And then we can also put it up against the, how about the Spyderco Techno? You guys know that one. There you go, Spyderco Techno right there. And then to finish it all off, I like to do size comparisons of small, medium, and large. So let's try that. So there you go, you have it. There it is up against, yeah, so you have large, medium, and small. So the A10 falls in the large category. So, yeah. So Andre Thorburn and Andre Van Heerdan pretty much make up a team called A Square. Everybody seems to think it's called A2. It's actually A Square Knives. They never accentuate that, but that's why the 2 on the logo is very small, because you're supposed to call it A squared. And people seem to miss that, or they seem to not associate that. They just keep calling it A2. This one is just really spectacular. The action, again, is really nice and smooth. It's the right length. It's a perfect sort of gentlemanly folder type knife. Very elegant. One of these knives you could probably wear with a suit if you wanted to do that. You get with it this case, which is kind of nice. You know, comes with the case, and so that's kind of nice. They usually have cases with these things. It did not come with a CEO, but the Blade Gallery pretty much vouches, you know, that it is what it is. I mean, if you buy a knife in an actual custom store, you pretty much won't have any problems. You know, the guy's trying to run a business, so it's not like this is like a fake. You can't fake these. This is a one-of-a-kind handmade knife, so this is the only one in the world that looks like this. You know, again, the point is that you can get the same knife in a different configuration, and it'll still be a one-of-a-kind, because both of these are one-of-a-kind. So we have 2 one-of-a-kind knives, same model, different configuration. This one is an all snake wood, carbon fiber, giving it like a simplistic look. You know, pocket clip milled, titanium versus pocket clip zirconium on over here, following a theme with the bolsters. It's just a really, really great custom. Mostly I got it for like aesthetic reasons. I probably could have lived without it, but you know, when you're a knife fan, you really pretty much want to try and get a hold of, if you, especially if you really like the model that you've got, um, you may pretty much want to go for getting it anyway. So I just wanted to give you guys a really good quick look at this one. There's not much to say about it other than the fact, it's just me kind of sharing my knife hobby. If you guys have any questions, you feel free to make some comments below. It's just a stunning piece, and I will be back again in the next video for probably going to review a production knife next. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.